In this video, you will learn how to create the duotone effect in Adobe Photoshop. Coming up. Hi everyone, I am HarshVardhan. Welcome to HarshVardhanArt.com. In this another exciting tutorial, I will show you how you can take any simple image and turn that into the duotone effect. And we will be learning how to create the 4 effects. This one, second is this one, third is this one, and fourth is this one. First of all, I will show you how you can do this step by step, and then I will show you how you can do this with my free Photoshop action, which you can download absolutely free from my website HarshVardhanArt.com. Link to download is in the description section below. I will also show you how you can do the same thing in Adobe Lightroom, but the effect would not be as pleasing as if you create that in Adobe Photoshop. So without further ado, let's get started. So let me first delete this folder, and this is the image, and I want to tell you that this effect works best when you have the image with the darker background. So always try to take the images which has some darker background. If it is not dark, you can just make it dark as well using the curves adjustment. So you can go for adjustment, select the curves adjustment and click and drag it inside, and that way you can make the background even more darker. And if you take the night photos, that works best. All right, so first of all, what you have to do, you have to come down on this black and white circle and click on this, and on the top you will see this gradient option. Just click on that, and that's going to launch the gradient fill option. And you need to click on this bar gradient, and that's going to open up the gradient editor options, and here you will see some gradient presets. If you don't see that much, don't worry, just click on the cogwheel and select all of these one, like color harmonies. Click on this and select append, and those would be added over here. Then you can click over here and select color harmonies tools and select append, and by doing this you will get all of these like metals presets available over here. Click over here, neutral density, append, these would be available. Click over here, noise samples, click append. Click over here, pastels. So one by one get all of these. So these are very helpful to get many effects. And photography toning, append, those would be available. And then simple, let's append them as well. Let's go for special effects, append, and then we have the spectrums and append. So finally we have got all of these, though you may not require all of these, but I will show you how you can do the same. So first of all, just select this black and white, which is default one, and thereafter you have the option to change its color. So you need to just double click on this little icon. So that's going to launch the color picker option, and over here you need to select any color. So for this purpose I'm going to choose the cyan color or something like this, blue and cyan color. All right, and I would press OK, and then I will click on this white one and double click it, and then I will choose some kind of a orange or darker orange, this one, and I will press OK. And now if I want to save this as a preset, I just need to click on the new. Let me show you, it would be then available over here. So select the new, and then it would be available over here so that I can later on use it. And thereafter you need to press OK, and then you need to change the settings of this gradient fill. So here we have the option of angle, At this moment you can see it's straight top to bottom, so we need to move this angle to this side, something like this. So that way we will be having this orange color on this corner and the blue or cyan color on this side. You can adjust angle to any direction you like, but I prefer it this way, so that the warmer light comes from this side and the cooler light or the cool light or the blue light comes from the bottom. You can just change it to this way. If you want to reverse it, just click on this reverse option, and that's going to reverse the effect. All right, so I'll go for this one, and thereafter you need to just press OK, and then you need to come over here on the layer blend option, click on this and change it to the screen, and immediately you will get this effect. But at this moment it is not looking that good or that pleasing because it's too bright. So what we can do, we will come over here on the adjustments panel and select on the curves, and that's going to create a new curves adjustment, and then we need to click in the middle to create a point in the midtone, and then we will click and drag it down to make it darker. So now if you will see that this one is looking much better, and if you want more darkness, just click and drag it even further. So it all depends what kind of a look you want and what kind of a result you like. And now let me show you how you can get the different effect. So if you want to change this effect, just click on the gradient fill, which is over here. Just double click it and click on the gradient, and then you have all of these presets. So if you'll click on any of these, you will get different result. So using this technique, you can get any kind of a result. You can do this manually or with the help of these presets. So you can go for anything, or you can manually change the colors to, let's say, this one, and over here let's go for something like this, or let's say this one. All right, or you can keep both the colors same as well. That would also give you somewhat good result or the different result. So maybe something like this. Press OK, OK, and OK, and this effect is fully customizable. At any point of time you can change this effect. And now I will show you how you can do this with my free Photoshop action called duotone effect Photoshop action, which you can download from my website HarshVardhanArt.com. The link to download is in the description section below. So once you have downloaded the Photoshop action, you just need to come over here on the top, go to the Windows and select the actions, and the action panel would be opened. And over here then you need to select on this hamburger menu, this one, and then select the load actions, and then browse the file duotone Photoshop action.atn. Just click this and select the load. I'm going to cancel it because I have already installed it, and thereafter it would be available over here on duotone effect Photoshop action, and then you need to just click on this play button, and within seconds or two you will get this kind of a effect. So you just, if you want different effect, just click on this folder, and here I have pre-made 4 effects for you. So just turn the effect number 4 off and select the effect number 1, and then turn this off, effect number 2, effect number 3, effect number 4. And if you want to change it to any other different effect, just double click it, click on the gradient and choose any color you want. At any time you can get different result. So this is how you can create the duotone effect in Photoshop manually, as well as with my free Photoshop action called duotone effect Photoshop action. And if you download this action, this is absolutely free. Please consider leaving the review for my website After you download this, on the next day you will get an email from me asking for the review. All you have to do, just select the star rating and write something. If you can do that much, that would help me to make more and more free Photoshop action for you. Now let me show you how we can do the similar kind of effect in Adobe Lightroom. So let's go to the Lightroom and do it. And before we jump to the Lightroom, let me show you how it works on the lighter background. So go to the actions and just play the action, and boom, we have got this effect. So on the lighter background, it's going to work something like this. So this is the effect number 4, effect number 3, effect number 2, effect number 1. So now let's dive in the Lightroom and create this effect over there. Now we are in the Lightroom and we are working on the same image, and let's see what kind of result we get in Adobe Lightroom. So we need to come on the top on the develop module, just click that, and that's going to open up all of these develop settings. So we have a whole lot more settings over here. So thereafter, what we need to do, we need to click on this gradient filter, or you can simply press M on your keyboard. So this is the gradient filter, graduated filter. This is called the graduated filter in Adobe Lightroom. In Adobe Photoshop, this is called the gradient filter. Just click on this, and thereafter you have the option to create. So I will click in the corner and drag it down to something like this. All right. And then we have all of these options, so we need to adjust all of these. So let's go for the temperature. Let's say this side, warmer side, and see how it affects the image. You can see it has added little bit effect. Increase the saturation, and if you want, increase the exposure so that we get more light. And let's come down and come on this option of color. So select this color, and that's going to allow the color picker tool, and let's pick this orange color. Okay, so now we have got this effect, and you can try adjusting all these settings like contrast and highlights, etc. And then what we'll do, we'll click and drag from the bottom to the up side, and now we'll change the temperature towards the blue side. Let's take it to this side and select this color, and this time we'll select this cyan something color. Okay, and if you want, we can even adjust their position. So we'll click on this little dot, and that way it turns into a hand, and then we can click and drag it wherever we like. And now we have got this effect, and thereafter we need to press done. Now we have got the duotone effect, but this is too bright. So what we can do, we can adjust all of its setting from here. So we'll increase the contrast, we'll bring down the exposure, and bring up the highlights a little bit, and we'll add a little bit more black, and shadows. If you want to open up the shadows, just drag it up, or otherwise keep it this way. Alright, so if you want to see how it looks before and after, just click on this little icon. So this was before and this is after, and now let's try to change it to something else. So for that we need to go to the graduated filter once again, click on any of these. Alright, and this time let's change its color to green, and if we want, we can increase its saturation, even further, add the green tint, and change this color top. Click on this, click on the color, and let's pick the pink or the purple, something like this. And click and drag it down, and let's change the tint towards the purple side. And if you lower down the contrast, you will get to see more color. And we'll press OK. So now you can see this is before and this is after. So we cannot get the exact same effect as we were getting in Adobe Photoshop, but yes, you can literally make some kind of a similar effect in Adobe Lightroom as well. So let's create a preset of this and apply it on another images. So for this purpose, we'll come over here on the preset panel, click on the plus icon and select the create preset, and this dialog box would open, and here we'll rename it as duotone. This is the preset. I have given it this name, and now we need to adjust all of these settings. So for this purpose, we'll select the treatment and white balance, and basic tone. In basic tone, we'll adjust the exposure, select the exposure and contrast and black clipping, and then in the colors we'll just uncheck that because we don't want that. Split toning, we don't want that. Noise reduction, we don't want that. Lens correction, transform effects, we don't want that. And let's say sharpening, we don't want that. And we want the graduated filter, this one. So check that one, and thereafter leave everything as it is and then press create. And once we do that, this duotone preset would be available over here. So now let's try it on another image. So this is the lighter background, having lighter background, but let's see how it looks over here. So select on this duotone effect. So we are getting some kind of a weird effect, but we can adjust its settings anytime and make it work. All right, so let's try it on another image which has darker background. Let's see this one, and click on this duotone effect, and boom, we have got this effect. And we can adjust its shadows and white and highlights. So as you can see that this doesn't work that great, but anyway, this is how you can give some duotone effect to your images in Adobe Lightroom as well. And if you want to download the preset, not this one because I don't like this one, so I'll not give you this preset. I would give you the free Photoshop action, which you can again download from my website HarshVardhanArt.com. So I hope you liked today's video. If you did, hit the like button. If you did not like the video, hit the dislike button. If you have any question, if you want to say something, leave that in the comment section below. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing me, and do follow me on Instagram. On Instagram, I do post lots of useful tips and tricks regarding photography and photo editing. So thank you so much. Bye bye. See you in the next episode. Till then, keep shooting and unleash the creative in you. Bye bye.